Hello, happy lunch break from Idaho. We're going to do an easy balance pose you can do at home or anywhere. You're going to start by lifting your toes and lowering them one at a time. Now you notice I'm using my hands as well as my feet to encourage a parasympathetic response. When you activate your hands, it tells your feet what to do, as well as when you activate your feet, it tells your hands what to do. So lift and spread your toes. Hello, come on in. I'm so glad you're here. We're doing an easy balance pose. You'll love it. So lift and spread your toes. And when you do that, you would like each toe to separate from the other toes. If that's not happening, if you feel like you have two bricks on the bottom of your ankles, get down there and open up the toes with your fingers to encourage and to teach those toes what you want. So that's going to help activate the arches of the foot, which is going to help strengthen the balance muscles. The next idea is to lift that foot up either to the calf or to your inner thigh. The foot is going to naturally go to the contour of the inner thigh. Both the foot and the thigh are pressing on each other, creating a co-contraction to help with your balance. Now, this is called tree pose. You can act like your limbs are growing up, shoulder blades down the back. Now notice how the head's going to want to poke forward, but you want to keep the ear in line with the shoulder. So you're encouraging your appropriate posture muscles when you balance. The other thing we're doing is keeping the jawline parallel to the floor, because that's going to promote an optimal environment for our vestibular system, the inner ear, to keep us balanced. Hi, I am so glad you're here. Come on in. Now, one thing I love to do with this is I love shoulder stretches and chest stretches because we're drawn forward so much. So you can bend your right elbow, put it behind you. Take your left hand, reach it up. Ideally, you're holding onto your own hand, but if you don't have that and you just have a shirt or something else, you can grab that shirt, grab a ponytail, whatever you have. Use those things to help you get this open and this open. Now we're stretching the lat, the tricep, and the front shoulder. Why is that so important? Because it helps promote good posture, and without intervention, stretching the front of the body will get drawn forward and look like that eventually because of the way our eyes are active. So we've been holding this side for a long time. Check that your balancing knee is long but not backwards locking. Check that your pelvis is level and you're not kicking at a hip. If you could see an x-ray of my spine, it would be right, it would be up and down. From the side, ear in line with the shoulder, in line with the middle rib, in line with the hip. All right, let's come out of that fabulous pose. Hands together at the heart. Lower that foot with control. So you notice how the transition is also part of the balance pose. The transitions in life matter. Lift and spread your toes again. Let's take that other foot up. You can, if you want to modify, your toes are on the ground. If you want it harder, your foot's on your calf. If you would like it even harder, your foot is on the inner thigh. The thigh presses back to the foot presses into the thigh. Hips are level. Now, if you want to increase your challenge, you lift up the arms, creating a higher center of gravity, and you still keep the shoulder blades down the back. Of course, I like to add on a shoulder stretch, tricep stretch. Hand is back, your right hand comes up. So if I can add other things to a posture, I do, then I'm more efficient and I feel like I'm getting a lot of things done. So just add on the level that you can maintain appropriate balance. Notice how I'm not kicking at my hip. I'm opening that left thigh like I'm opening up the page of a book. From the side, the ear is in line with the shoulder, is in line with the rib, is in line with the hip. Whenever your arms are overhead, it's really easy for the low back to get swayed like a gymnast, but you want to keep the ribs over the pelvis by activating the abdominals right here, by activating the abdominals right here. It's about a 5 or 10% contraction so that the low back doesn't become any more inward sway. Because when the low back is inward sway, it makes the upper back get too flexed, and then the head has to compensate, and that's why people start looking like they're a question mark as they get older. But not us. We're intervening with front body stretches. We're intervening with the balance poses. So hold here. Let the breath expand the rib cage. Adding that breath deliberate to the sides and back of the ribs is going to increase the pliancy in the respiratory muscles. So it's going to be easier to do all sorts of breathing at rest, at exercise. So we're going to lift the arms up, and then as you're ready, the palms come together and you can lower the hands down to the heart. And then when you're ready, let that foot come down to the floor. And those are your easy balance exercises for the day with shoulder and chest stretches. You're going to have a better posture and better balance. Good luck. I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me.